I, 23 meters, found a sex tape on my girlfriend's 23F phone. And it wasn't ours. Did you see a date on the video? If it was during the past 5 years then that could be a problem. But you should probably come clean to her, in person, so you can gauge her reaction / see if she's lying. It could be a huge misunderstanding. But it could also be a huge breakup. I say just get to the bottom of it. If it does turn out to be a breakup, at least you found out before settling down with her. I didn't check the date, but it was most likely pretty recent if the folder was sorted by time. Get the date first before confronting, or at least only confront her in person. Do not give her time to delete anything. Edit it so that he can check for the date before he confronts her. It is better to have as much information as possible before confronting in the off chance it is not what it looks like. Though admittedly that chance is very small. As evidence it is useless, that much is true. It doesn't matter if he gives her time to delete anything. He should definitely talk to her as soon as possible, and if she ends up deleting the video then the answer is pretty clear. Edit should mention that it's also important if she denies or lies about it after possibly deleting the video. Then the answer is very clear. Please give us an update about this. Remand 2 weeks. Remand 2 weeks. Ask her about it. Finally. Sane advice on Reddit. Talk. I thought this subreddit was only ever allowed to recommend breaking up over anything in every post. Dear people who are totally uninvested in my life. How do you want my personal and existential drama to play out? 1. Through reason and circumspection. Carefully considering all your options and everything at stake. 2. Popcorn and fireworks. Thank you. Don't forget the 20 subsequent update posts to go through the drama. So it might be nothing. It might be your worst nightmare. You have to communicate. Not talking about it is going to drive you mad. Explain you saw the video when she gave you her phone to send yourself photos. Ask her about the video and who it was. If she says it was from before you were together, ask why it's so recent. Phones have to newest media first. How could it possibly be nothing? Not going to lie, I had a similar situation with my ex and girl of interest. I take a ton of pictures, so I had over 3k pictures of memes, cars, etc. So I also had a bunch of folders all dedicated to their own thing. A couple times my ex asked me to record and I did. Added them into their own folder. I hadn't added anything to the folder in a while, and since I hadn't really opened it in a while I forgot about it. Since the last thing I added to the folder was a video, it showed up as the most recent in the folder, even though it was taken many months ago. I got rid of them soon after, but sometimes things just get forgotten about. Need the update on this. Remand. 4 days. 5 years to be with someone is a long time. If you can try, have a look at the video again. If you've been with her for 5 years, chances are she looked different before then to what she does now. Have a look if you can see any discernible features, such as haircut or even just her face, or any tattoos, piercings, which could confirm it was taken recently whilst you've been together. If it is confirmed that it is whilst you've been together, at least you have evidence it's cheating and doesn't give her the opportunity to lie and say no it was years ago or say it was someone else. And once confronted about it, I would break it off. If she can carry on like nothing's happened, so well, then I'd say she's either done it before or would do it again. A very good liar, mate. From the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry to hear this. 5 years is a very long time. I'd strap yourself in for some times to come up. Be around mates. And don't be afraid of therapy. Good luck, bro, I really mean that. Her cheating actions have absolutely no reflection on you as a person. She will definitely look a lot different. She would have been 18 years old when the video was taken if it was before their relationship. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure he can tell the difference quite quickly between her at 18 to her at 23. And if that difference isn't there, then we lie, don't need to write the rest. Yeah. I commented in agreement. Not to contradict any of what you said. Kinda disagree with people telling op to check the date before thinking anything. Since you said the video was located near the bottom of the album and she has an iPhone, This usually always means it's one of the most recent additions, i.e., most recent date of creation, to the folder. Op also said that he recognizes some of the pictures as ones she has sent to him. If the ones he recognized were higher up in the album, and if the date sorting is set to how all iPhones are as default, then that would mean the video was taken after. For argument's sake, if the video was taken before they started dating, then why does she have a video of her with another guy on her phone from over 5 years ago? In that time she probably would've changed devices, so that means she would've sent it to her new phone. That's weird and inappropriate anyway. Op. You should definitely talk to her about it and be honest. I just don't think the date of the video makes it any better. Or at least it wouldn't, if I were in your position. Good luck. Opus. I've downloaded videos and pictures onto my phone from other sources on multiple occasions and they appear at the bottom of the gallery as new photos. Some sources wipe the EXIF data. If this is the case, why is she downloading an old video of her being fucked by another dude? I didn't make that comment to argue every hypothetical scenario, just to show that a video being at the very bottom doesn't give any hard clues as to when it was taken. Before you do any of this, you have to be really calm. You have to have complete mastery of yourself. Ask her if she had sex with another guy during the span of your relationship. Tell her that you would calmly accept any answer. Make her feel that it's okay for you to hear the truth. If she responds with a yes, then you know what to do. Wish her well and move on. If she says no, tell her about the video. Watch carefully for her initial response. It'll tell you the truth. You can do this. Be strong. Yeah. The "you can tell me, I promise I won't be mad" angle does not work. Also, it's probably kind of disingenuous in this case. Isn't it? Why? The suggestion would be to accept any answer. Not that it'll be forgiven, or that the one asking won't be mad. It's more of a "be honest with me, because I thought we had love and respect." You've been with her for 5 years. Even if the video is from a past relationship. Holding on to something like this while you are together for such a long time is a red flag. Confront her and move on. That's what I was thinking. 5 years. Even if it was old. That's fucking weird. He did the smart thing, though. He left to gather his thoughts and to seek advice, in this case Reddit lol. The next step should be, as I've mentioned, to confront her and to move on. There's plenty of ladies out there who will respect and love you enough to leave that S in the past and not hold on to on her phone in a hidden folder. Haha, you made me laugh with this comment. Best place for life advice. Reddit. We all have master and PhD on random life crisis. No degree or experience needed. I'm sorry this has happened to you. That's a pretty shitty way to find out your girlfriend has been fucking another man. What's even worse is that she allowed him to take that video. That shows a level of trust that indicates this wasn't a one-off event. In other words, she'd fucked him more than once and is familiar enough with him that she let him do the video. Here's what I'd do. First, I just tell her you saw the video and that you're done. If you have stuff over at her place, have her box it up and put somewhere so you or a friend can do a quick drive-by and pick it up. Second, get tested for STDs. You don't know this guy, and for all you know, you could be carrying a disease that won't manifest itself until months from now. There is no way this relationship can last another minute beyond this. Call her now and give her the boot. Yes op. Please get tested for STDs. Even if this was just a misunderstanding, which I highly doubt, it's still good to get tested. And on another note, if this was just a misunderstanding and this was from a previous relationship, why the heck would she still have it now when she's 5 years into a relationship with you? Seems very sketchy. Get real, man. If this video is more than 5 years old, then she would easily look much younger than now. You should be able to tell just by looking at her if this is the case. Plus there are things like her hairstyle that should be a giveaway. There are also timestamps on videos that are always made by devices. I'm calling bullshit on this post. Because you would know these things. Dude. I've learned 3 things about this sub. 1. Half the posts are fake. 2. It seems like everyone who posts here is in a long-term, 3 to 5 years, relationship with a girl they were just about to marry and found out they were cheating. 3. Don't have a long-term relationship before you're 25. Even if this is real. People change way too much between 18 and 25, and I feel like she probably didn't know any better since she's young. That doesn't excuse the behavior. But it seems perennial in this sub. 1. Half the posts are fake. It would be surprising if it were that low. I'm guessing in 5 years together she has had a new phone. So she either filmed it during the 5 years or she filmed it before then, but for some weird reason she's holding on to it and moved it to her new phone. Which if she was truly in love with you, she wouldn't need to keep old sexual encounters with her exes. She has been adding nudes to the album during your time together, so it's not like she forgot it was there. Also it sounds like you don't live together, so she would have had plenty of opportunity to have other men over. You need to ask her. You need to see the date and be ready for her to try and delete it and pretend you made a mistake. Honestly, you're young. If she has cheated, be glad you found out before you got married and wasted any more time on her. Plenty of companies have a transfer old data to new phone option. Especially if it's the same brand. I know that my boyfriend has a few recordings he took with an ex or two. This is not a problem for me in our relationship, but I would have been pretty damned upset if I stumbled upon it without warning. I'm sorry you saw that. Give her a chance to explain about the folder on her phone if this is the person you loved enough to want to marry. Hear her out. See if it makes sense. People have lives before they come together. And they can be complicated. So long as the video wasn't taken after your relationship started, is there really a problem here that can't be resolved? You are okay with your boyfriend spanking it to video he took of himself plowing his exes? I honestly was planning to marry her sometime in the future, as soon as we settled into our adult lives. I think this shows you already know she's not the one. How? Question mark? He was planning on marrying her. Why are you planning on confronting her and breaking it off, rather than asking her about it and actually communicating? You're not acting like you've been with this woman for 5 years. You're jumping to a lot of conclusions. Kinda hard not to jump to conclusions when you find a video of your GF getting fucked by some random dude. Anyone who tries to salvage that relationship is a fucking sucker.